Chapter 18, Episode 11. Still not a huge crowd, but hyped and loud. Suzanna sat with Mrs. Prescott and Stanfield to watch a fight while Zara had her hand wrapping approved. Her dad went through a little warm-up with her. Zara hadn't come out yet to meet the pale girl with brown hair and brown eyes. Tattoo on left arm, tattoo on both ankles, and one just above her ass. Suzanna wasn't taking note, but she was sizing up Sarah's opponent. She looked at Mrs. Prescott to see if she was looking at Sarah's opponent. I really don't like those tattoos above the ass. They always look so, inappropriate, pointless, and misplaced. They do seem a little tacky. What is the deal with tattoos? Suddenly they are hip and everyone has to have 6 or 8 of them? Just so they get a bunch of tattoos? What for? Tattoos come and go in many cultures. Some are very beautiful. Hers aren't. No, they don't add much. Oh look, there she is. There was no music or light show. Sarah's appearance was without pomp. The most noteworthy thing for spectators was that the unknown fighter bent to kiss a sharply dressed black man, but missed him and kissed the blonde girl beside him. It was a little surprise for the few who watched the fighter approach the cage. There was a small cheer. Kathy Collenberg wasn't impressed. She had been impressed with the man beside the blonde. He was impressive. The girl wasn't. A little toy. She saw it as an advantage, not a real fighter. Kathy checked to see if Zara had makeup on. The bitch looked like she thought she was going to a fucking tea party or what. Zara bounced in the corner, well, sort of a corner, while she told her dad about the kids at the center who all wanted to start training. Zara had no intention of turning around until she was told to. She was being mean. Okay, she's waiting, and so is the referee. Okay. Zara smiled at her mother, Suzanna and Stanfield, and gave a little wave. She was feeling quite silly. She almost bounced over to her opponent and the referee. She kept a straight face and listened to the bit about fair fight and all the things he was paid to say. Zara nodded at the right times. And the fight began. Kathy attacked like a wild hyena trying to surprise Zara. But Zara was not surprised. She smacked her upside the head several times, kicked her a few times, let her come at her again and repeated her rebuttal. She paced herself but did not let Kathy get any advantage. Zara knew she could put her down in the second round, but she wanted to fight. She had been tempted to say so. Fight me already. She waited till the third round to hand her opponent a knockout. She didn't try to kill her. Her opponent was exhausted. A gentle kick in the head was enough. It did impress upon the viewers who the winner of the fight was. Mrs. Prescott and Suzanna were waiting for her. Holy fuck, Zara, you are brilliant in there. Thanks, Susie. I didn't know I was going to say that. Zara put her arm around Suzanna and Mrs. Prescott and headed to the dressing room. The small crowd, applauded until Zara was out of the hall. Mr. and Mrs. Prescott left with Stanfield to wait in the car. Suzanna looked around the dressing room to see if there was anyone else in it. It might have stopped her from jumping up to wrap her arms and legs around Zara, but not likely. I am so fucking horny.